to be in the opposition. Just the other day, I ran into the ex MP standing alone under the tree and sipping a cold drink. Poor fellow, I thought, now forsaken by the people who always surrounded him and prevented me from having even a glimpse of him. Hello, I'm so sorry that you did not get elected to the parliament this time, I said sympathetically. What is there to be sorry about? He lashed out, though in a soft voice. His sore throat was still giving him trouble even after the election rallies were over a month ago. You can't imagine what a relief it is to be in the opposition, he started explaining. All my supposed supporters were my sycophants. I'm glad that they have left me. Stupid crows flying from one tree to another. The few that are with me now are my loyalists. This is the biggest lesson that this election has taught me. I'll turn around the scenario with the loyalists' help. Just wait and watch. I see. What's your plan now? I asked him with great curiosity. Well, I have not planned anything. The system itself is taking care of my bright future. His response really confused me, and I requested him to elaborate. Just watch how many times I'm appearing on each TV channel since yesterday. It's not even 24 hours since I lost. Reporters are getting more stuff from me than those who are busy accepting felicitations. Since yesterday, even my wife had a tough time locating me. If anybody wants my appointment, she tells them to switch on the TV and find out on which channel I'm being interviewed. Oh, how interesting, I said and complimented him. What a sea change! Absolutely! You will not be able to recognize me in just about an year's time. How come? I asked. As a sitting MP, I was sitting the whole day. Now that I won't be sitting there, my pot belly will vanish in no time. Oh no, I said. More than sitting, it is the delicious food in the parliament cafeteria that is to be blamed. Yes, you guessed it. When the opposition members were sloganeering and creating ruckus in the house, I had nothing else to do. It was just impossible even to take power nap there. Had I not stuck to my chair, those buggers would have simply taken it away and thrown towards the speaker. Rest of the time, the only option left was to sit in the parliament cafeteria. Most importantly, while my party was in power, I had no work to do. We continued doing what the previous government was doing. We built bridges where there were no rivers. Assuming that no one would like to stay in villages, we ignored their water supply. Now we will look into it only on one condition. They must return to their villages. Tell me, is there any point in giving them water if they are leaving villages to work in cities? Oh, come on. But their families are still living there. I said, well, I won't ask them to stay separately. If they stay together, there will be no water problem at all. Oh, yes, you have a point there. But what about their jobs? After all, they throng to cities for earning their livelihood. I said, now that responsibility is not ours, but theirs. They have nothing else to do for the next 4 years. The ex MP said assertively and had no energy to argue with him. Now we have to keep an eye on the ruling party and find out mistakes that the new government will make. The ex MP added further enthusiastically. You're so confident now. It's amazing, I said. I will now plunge into a lot of activity. Most importantly, we have to make ourselves strong. Physically or mentally? I asked. Physically first. Opposition has to display strength by throwing chairs, sloganeering, and a very fast walkout from the house. Tell me, how can those with pot belly will be able to do all this? So we have already built a gym with instructors to fulfill our requirements. We need men of brawn and not brain in the parliament. Oh, very pioneering method indeed. I complimented him. I'm sure politicians the world over will learn from you. We are going to start a TV channel devoted only to our news. That's the only way to teach a lesson to the party in power. He opened up. But everyone in power does the same thing. Otherwise, what's the use in gaining political power in the first place? I said. True, but we must create blockades at each step to prove our mettle. Just watch. The party in power will undo what we did for 5 years. We can do nothing constructive because we have no power. If you focus only on gaining power, you'll have to unseat the new government before it completes its 5 year term. You'll have to move a no confidence motion in the parliament. I said, of course, that's the way the real democracy functions. We are keeping the democracy alive in this country. Yes, absolutely, I said. Good luck and long live our democracy.